contestants on Real Talk, Tender Hearts.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Looking good.
Where have we been, right?
Looking good.
We've only missed
Looking
one.
good.
We've only missed 1 week.
Okay.
We've only missed 1 week. So.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
How's it going?
We're back.
You thought we left, didn't you?
This is God-given and God-driven.
God, girl.
Yes. God-given and
God-driven. So, welcome back to Real Talk, Tender Hearts,
Conversations in Caregiving. I'm Vanessa.
I'm Andrea.
And we are here to be an information resource to assist you in that journey through your caregiving with your loved ones, parents, friends, the elderly, and other. But right now we're focusing on our seniors here. Mm-hmm. And our previous couple episodes, we're going into developing a plan. A lot of times we don't think about these plans. It's just as we get older and we notice things are happening, we're like, okay, what do we need to do? Right. So right now we research and dive into some resources to help you develop a plan. And if you just look at the previous episodes, you can kind of see where we're at. So we're on part two
of developing a plan, and this is in alignment with you becoming a caregiver for your aging senior parents. I think these things can be applicable to anybody that you're being a caregiver for, but we're focusing specifically on being a caregiver for your aging parents. And excuse my voice if I sound a little froggy. I'm getting over a little stanky cold, so let me clear my throat.
Let me clear my throat.
Focus. Okay. So we're diving right in because there's a lot of stuff. I know we say we would always kind of do a little thing about our parents, and maybe we'll do it at the end. But right now we just really want to get started because we got a lot of information that we're trying to cover. So as Vanessa stated, hopefully you saw the previous episode about developing a plan, and we are continuing with some other things that we thought was very necessary to add to what we did in the last episode. Right. Number 1 is determining the needs.
Yes.
Determining the needs. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of stuff with determining the needs. You're evaluating your aging parent. You're noticing some things that are going on with them. You're noticing some different changes with maybe their health. And one of the things that we started with was what's going on in that house. What's happening with the living situations of your parents.
Yes, if they're living alone or if they're living in a facility. But most of the times, they start off living alone. And, you look around the home. First of all, if you notice the mannerisms, if they're holding the wall or if they are kind of bumping into things as they're walking through the home, just on a regular basis with going to the restroom or going to the kitchen or the den, the common areas. If it seems like they're holding a wall as they're walking, maybe that you need to see about getting a rail. If there's stairs in the home, most homes, well, I know with mine, from upstairs to downstairs, we only had one rail, and I actually had another rail installed on the other side to help my mother get up and down the stairs, and that has been a huge help. You want to look at that. You want to look at the safety needs. As far as like with the doors, particularly the bathroom is a real big one. Major.
Bathroom is big.
Look and see if they're needing assistance getting in and out the tub or the shower, or with using the restroom. Just know that you can see if they tend to be holding on to the structure of the home or the walls or something, or if they tend to kind of lose their balance and look like they might want to fall over. That's when you want to look and say, okay, we might need to go ahead and get some modifications. And if you're modifying the home, And they have great accessories, different types of senior aids that are really, really good. Amazon is great with, if you just search senior aids or assist with elderly.
Oh my
It is.
God,
they have a plethora of information, plethora of
our
tools,
favorite word,
plethora. They have a lot of tools for you to use, and then once you do that, and then your loved one will feel more secure because they'll feel like, oh, now I have something I can feel more in. I can be more independent now. That is always a good tool,
right? Especially again with the bathroom situations.
Mm-hmm.
If they have a high level tub, that's when you can start putting the railings against the wall, mm-hmm. so they can hold on to that. Or you can even have attachments to the tub, like my mother has, to get in and out. Another thing that we both use for our mom is a chair.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't have a shower with a seat or bench in it, there are so many different variations of benches that you can get to put, or chairs that you can put in the tub that they can sit down in. You may want to change the nozzle for their shower head to one that's a handle. They can start holding that and, you know, sit down and use that to shower themselves. With their toilets. If their knees are starting to bother them a little bit, if their toilets are too low, then you got the risers
mm-hmm.
that you can attach to the toilet seats. So there's just so many things that you need to start making adjustments with. It's almost like you're dealing with a child again.
Right.
If you got throw rugs, if they're kind of not easy for them to walk around and maneuver, you may have to take those rugs up.
Right. Yeah. And I will say that
mm-hmm.
With occupational therapy, when my mother had occupational therapy, the occupational therapist will look and evaluate the current home, and they will let you know. But a lot of times they do advise not throw rugs. But I will say I do have a couple throughout the house.
Because they look good. But
they look good. And in the bathroom, I have one for my mom that actually is the length of the tub. It adheres to the floor, so it doesn't slide and move.
So it doesn't slide, yes.
And then she has a bench. Her tub bench actually has the two legs that extend outside the tub. So that helps keep in place. So she feels real good about that.
Mm-hmm.
But and if you're thinking about cost of it, it's really not a heavy cost. You're not looking at thousands of dollars for these little modifications.
No.
Actually, if you and we'll get into detail, but you might want to look into like the Medicare and see what type of options they can give you for equipment.
And some you can get for free through their insurance.
Yes.
Check it out.
Yep. Right. So once you assess that, and then also if you feel like you need some outside services coming in, just because you're assessing the home, you're assessing how they're living, that can help them continue to maintain their independence, because you want them to maintain their independence as long as possible. It helps them feel good. It takes a load off of you, make you feel better. And so that would just be a way to look at things and to determine what you need to do.
Right.
So next, we are looking at transportation. That's a biggie.
Whew,
a lot of us have learned to drive. You have those some of our loved ones still are driving. I got an uncle that's still driving at 80 plus,
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not trying to be on the road with a bunch of... Okay, let me stop. No, let me say it. I don't want to be on the road with a lot of 80-year-olds, and I'm not taking anything away from those who are still functioning, and some of them are functioning better than people my age. However, what I'm saying is the reflex aspect of it is what's important. Not, I can still drive. It's just the response and the reflex aspect of it. So please, 80-something-year-olds, don't be offended by what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is these things have to be reevaluated. And if your response time is kind of slow, you may want to minimize your driving. The people out here on the road, I don't even want to be out here with these folks.
They do drive.
And they don't care about a senior who's 80-something years old who's still trying to drive.
That is
That's
true.
all I'm saying. Well, shoot me.
Well, I plan to be driving until I'm 90 plus. I am going to be speed demon because I believe that my cognitive abilities and my reflexes.
I'm going to be very cognitive in the back seat.
And I will be driving.
Oh.
I will be Mario Andretti or whatever the main name is.
Try me because you're just a little bit younger than me.
Okay, but yes, I will do this. Okay.
I'll be in the back seat.
But I will say transportation is something to assess.
Yes.
See, if they're still driving, you know, you want to kind of take notice of some things. I will say, when they are driving and they're used to driving, I've heard of cases where the person, the elderly person, the senior, is really apprehensive about giving up the keys. I've heard cases of where they say, oh, they just had a hard time giving up the keys. And then in other cases, my mom was like, Vanessa, I don't think I want to drive anymore.
My mother was like, have at it.
Yeah, when she started having her arthritis in her knees, she said she felt like her reflexes were not as sharp as when she goes to put on the brakes, and I mean that was a hand off me, because my mother had been driving since she was about 13, 14 years old. I mean for years,
right? And
she just stepped away, so that made life easier. However, of course, now it's like, okay, how does she get around? You know, how does she, when she wants to go to the store, go to the hair salon? So we do. I provide the transportation for that. And again, in assessing if they're still driving, if they are currently still driving, you might want to, I will say, check the car. I will say that before my mother decided to give it up, I noticed these little dings in the front of the car, and I said, is she hitting a pole or something when she parks? And I saw the little dings, and I said, oh, that might be it. So you probably want to observe the vehicle. Also, you might want to observe, well, actually, it's good that if you go with them, and if you have a lot of things locally, that's a great help. I will say, as my mother was in her late 70s, early 80s, she would only go to like stores that's within like the 5 mile radius. We had a grocery store, we had the drugstore, so they could drive around in the smaller radius area.
Right. You can find out what their day-to-day activities are. It's like, okay, where are you planning to go for today? Yeah. And if they're good with using a cell phone, that's when you want to have the, what's that on
you
the
can
phone?
do the location.
Yes.
To share the location.
Share the location. That way you'll know where they are at all times.
Right. And yes, my cousins, they do that with their father, with my uncle. They have a little family thing. They can share his location. He's coming to town for the holidays. So it's like they can tell what time he's going to get here, where he's at, which is really good. That's where the technology aspect comes in.
It's perfect.
And also, if they are still driving and you're observing some things, you might want to share these observations with them and let them know of your concern, of their capabilities. You know, not saying that you're just saying, oh no, let me take the keys, right? But you're being observant, like I said, when you see things on the vehicle, or maybe if you're riding with them and you're noticing, you know, how they're driving, how
what's the response time, what's the reflex time,
right? Because I will say, yes, we're in Georgia, we're in the city of Atlanta, the worst traffic in the nation, and yes, they got some crazy drivers out here, and we got construction all day
everywhere.
Long. So I will say, yes, you need to learn how to read. Not that you don't, but reading is fundamental, even when you're driving in the city. It's just crazy at how this construction is. And if you all are in this Atlanta area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So once you determine those type of needs, you know, you might want to look at some transportation options. Where maybe if they need to go farther, not saying that they can't drive, period. So if they're still driving but they need to go a longer distance, maybe a friend or a family member can go with them or drive them. You know, to where the time of day, you want to make sure they're not driving at night, or you know, if they have transportation services for seniors.
Yes, they do.
As for me, I just pick a certain day, a certain time where, you know, I'll say, okay, Mama, this is what we're going to do. Or if she says she wants to go somewhere, I'll have that day for her. And that's when we go out. Because they do like to ride. And they like to kind of see what's going on. My mom has been in the area for most of her life, even though she's from South Carolina, and it's just neat to see how the city has changed when we go around. So, so you want to have a game plan. You can do a rotation of people, you know, but
if that is feasible to start incorporating other people. And like she said, there's so many agencies out here now that you can contact that will come and take seniors around. And MARTA Mobility is still out there. Yeah, and I've seen
and that's in the Atlanta area.
Right,
MARTA.
in the Atlanta, So that's our transportation system here in Atlanta.
So in the big cities, they probably have mobility.
Whatever your city transportation,
I'm sure they have something for that.
Right, I've seen them run as late as 12 o'clock.
Yeah, and a lot of insurances now are providing transportation options for seniors.
Right. So check within your city to see what your transportation option is for your senior.
Okay.
What's next, Vanessa?
Services for our seniors.
Didn't we just do that?
If you need assistance with government agencies.
Transportation services. Yes. Services.
If you need assistance as far as like government agencies or I know with what we have here, we have Medicaid that can provide house cleaning services, food services, Meals on Wheels, you know, home and community-based services. And sometimes in a lot of the localities, they may provide a food service program where they deliver food.
Yeah.
A daycare facility, meaning, you know, somewhere where the senior or your loved one can go and be active with other seniors.
Correct.
They do have quite a few senior centers. So those are services that can help keep your senior active. And because, say, for example, if you have to work full time, and these services are here to help give you relief, so they won't be at home by themselves.
Right. And that'll take some of that worry and concern away from you as far as what they are doing during the day while you're working.
Yep.
So check out your local services and see what's available again for your senior.
Yeah, they have also for personal care. I know the VA, if you have a veteran, they do have a variety of support if you're eligible. If you are a veteran, and I believe the spouse of a veteran can get it, from what I understand. And then of course you have the home health that can come through, like I said, with Medicaid. You can get personal care. And also, and I received this information when my mother was hospitalized earlier this year. They will assign a case manager if they're wondering if the senior, you know, if they live at home or if they live with someone. The hospital can assign you a case manager for social services, and they will give you a list of different options that you can seek about for getting care for your senior. Options as far as, you know, with, again, the food is always a big one, making sure they're getting good quality meals.
Absolutely.
What we call occupational, which is kind of helping them know how to get around in the home with, you know, just the daily activity. Physical therapy, of course, if they need. And to me, I think physical therapy is great exercise. Trust me. Because when I see the exercise and I see how my mom is doing so great, that I think that is absolutely wonderful. And also housekeeping services. And believe it or not, if they need services to help with keeping themselves clean and things like that, those services are there. You can have somebody come in how many ever days a week you might need them. So they have a lot of services out there. It does require some research. So I would say check with your local services with Medicaid, and check your insurances. A lot of times with Medicaid, Medicare, your insurances can do it. Again, VA benefits. You can get financial assistance. You can get financial assistance with utilities. I've seen it where you can get gas utilities, you can get power. That's another thing that's really a big one. And what we call respite care. I don't know if you've anybody's familiar with respite care, but that's a way to give the caregiver relief.
Yes.
So what respite does, they'll send somebody in to help take care of your loved one while you go and take care of yourself. So those are some optional services that you have.
Now, people, we're giving you high-level suggestions, but ultimately, you still have to do the research because every state is different. Even though we may fall under the big umbrella of Medicare and Medicaid, but everything is different per state, per city.
Yes.
So you are going to have to do your own due diligence within whatever state you are in.
Yes.
We're just telling you, hopefully we're putting you on the yellow brick road to start your process.
And don't get overwhelmed.
You're welcome.
Don't get overwhelmed.
No, don't get overwhelmed.
Please don't. Just take it one step at a time.
Just one step at a time. That's all you can do. Just take one step at a time.
That's all.
But know that those resources are there. There's a lot of stuff that we still don't know and discovering every day. Like, dang, I didn't know about that either. And as we get this information, we will pass it on to you. We promise.
Yep.
We promise.
Yep.
What's the next thing, girl? What's the
Our
next
abilities.
Yes.
Health and abilities.
Yes.
Assessing skills for everyday living.
Yes. This is going back again to the evaluation of how they are able to take care of themselves. Hygiene.
Yes.
Dressing.
Yes.
Washing clothes.
Yes.
Washing themselves.
Yeah. Climbing stairs.
Cooking.
Eating.
Yeah. Especially that cooking situation.
Yes.
My mother doesn't cook at all anymore.
Mine is probably cooking right now.
She is. Yeah. You know, you evaluate, like, are they forgetting to turn the stove off?
Yes.
And when that becomes a problem, you just tell them, hey,
hands off.
Hands off.
Yes. Especially if you see it happening quite frequently. Frequently, I'm saying just about every day. If not twice a day.
At some point,
you have to say, okay, we gotta cut this down.
We gotta talk about this cooking thing.
That's a big one.
Right.
We're doing housework. If they're trying to, sweep or do some vacuuming or sweeping the floor, can they do those abilities? And can they do those skills? Are they able to do that? And if not, that's when you might want to see of having someone to do that for them. But a lot of times, they like to try to do it. I know my mom is trying to stay as independent as possible, but again, there are aides out there to kind of help them do things as far as like, if they want to still try to clean their bathroom like mine does, I found this tool, real long brush that you can just use in the tub, and she just sits there and she just scrub. Yeah,
I would love to see that.
Yes, it is amazing. They got these little tools there.
Oh my God!
Yes, it's a long tool. I can't remember.
You have got to record that. Her mother is just too cute.
And she'll sit, and then she can reach because it's long enough to reach over the tub.
Oh
and
my God!
She sprays a little stuff, and then she takes the brush and do it. I mean, it works.
Recorded.
It works. It is so funny, but it works. Right. And also managing medications. I know a lot of.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, a lot of them like to kind of do their own medicine. They say, okay, I got to take this, take that. With that case, you want to see, are they able to manage it themselves? But also, the first thing I did was get a pill organizer.
Listen, even if they're taking more than 2 pills, get a pill organizer.
And that
you can get them about a month.
Yes. You can get about a week, about a month.
Take the worry out of that.
Yes.
I have to use one too.
I know. I ain't got there yet. I ain't gonna say yet. I ain't got there. I ain't gonna be there.
Well, damn.
Didn't mean to train on me.
I'm only on 2 medications, and actually, I'm on 1, but I take a probiotic, and sometimes I do forget. It's like, did I take that today? Did I take that today? So just take the worry away. If you're taking more than 2, go ahead and use that pill organizer.
Yeah, it does.
It's okay.
Yeah, it helps.
It's okay.
It helps out. And if you show them how to use the organizer and help them, show them how to place their pills. And if you look at, I know most medications, I think on the bottle, or it'll tell you what time of day, and you can just put it in for whatever that time of day. So that will help them. And again, helping them maintain their independence. For shopping, if they're going out and doing grocery shopping or for whatever type of shopping, you want to assess those skills and see, do they need assistance with the shopping or can they go ahead and do it themselves? And then also, in addition to assessing their abilities, their sleep. You might not be there when they're asleep, but if they're taking a nap, notice the quality. Notice how they're napping or how they're sleeping. I did. This was an interesting one because I picked up on it when, like I might notice my mother kind of shuffling a little bit, or if she turns and I see her face squinched up, and she not realizing it. But what I did learn is that she told me she was having some pain, in a part of her body. And so when I saw that, I was like, okay, that is interesting. And then a lot of times you can also look and assess, is there issue with sleeping? Do they need to have another mattress or some type of sleep aid? And that's, again, making sure they have a quality of sleep. Also with eating their meals, again, this is all under the abilities for everyday living. Are they having these quality meals and snacks? A lot of times I would say as they get older, as I'm getting old, I don't feel like cooking everything every day. I want something that's quick, but then I also need the proper nutrition. So, you want to look at those things. And then are they able to get their own snacks? Are they able to fix their own meals? And then also their cognitive function. You want to look at that when they're watching TV. Are they understanding what the dialogue is when they're talking to you? Again, all of this is assessing their abilities because, again, looking at those and paying attention to where how they are normally, then if you notice some changes, then that you can make note. Now, I'm not saying you just go, oh my God, we got to do this. No. Just take notes.
You're taking notes.
You're taking notes.
You're still gathering. You're going to continuously gather information about them. Right. Because, we all change daily. Yeah. So
yes, and I'm still gathering.
Right, we're just gathering the information as we all are going through this process. And one thing I forgot to add about making the changes in the home, if you have a senior that's going to continue to live on their own, one thing that my family and I added in my mother's home were cameras.
That's good.
The cameras have been the best thing since sliced bread. You can get these cameras that have two-way communication. So I'm able to talk to my mother through the camera, and I have them strategically placed so that I can see in the living room, I can see what's going on in her kitchen, I can see what's going on in her bedroom. Those are the three places I have the cameras, so I can get a wide range of what's going on wherever she's sitting, wherever she is. And that's another way you can start watching and seeing what's happening when they try to cook. So that'll help out.
That is really
the camera
really
placement.
Good. That's really good.
You need
That's really good. You need it. That's really good. So I know we gave a lot today.
We gave a lot,
but
so watch the video again.
Yes, you can watch it and take notes. And again, our source is ARP.org.
Yes, it is.
They have a wonderful section with helping that.
Yes.
So we hope that this part, and we're still going to be working on this. So, but I do have a couple of reminders. First of all, happy Caregiver Month. November is National Caregiver Month. To all the caregivers, nurses, the ones who are taking care of parents, all of us. Please take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Yes. And also reminders of open enrollment.
Yes.
It ends on December the 7th. Yes, I'm slow. I got to look at my mom's. And on both of her insurances, I got to do it.
Yes.
But yes, it's open enrollment. Take a look at those insurance plans. See what have changed. If there's any additional services or needs that you may have, this is the time to make those changes. Because as they get older, those things change.
So on December the 8th, Don't say we didn't tell you.
Hey, we tried.
We told you.
Told you so.
We told you so.
Yes, yes. So,
Anything else, Vanessa?
I did not have to use my fan today. I didn't have to use my fan.
She wanted to. It's sitting right there. It's sitting right there. Just pull it out and open it up for them. Entertainment purposes.
But I didn't need to use it. I didn't need to use it.
I'm done. Okay. All right. I think we gave you a plethora of things to consider.
You could do some homework.
With developing a plan.
Do some homework.
But you have to do your own homework
Yep.
as well to see what is applicable for you, what is going to work for you. Some may not work for others.
Right.
We just hope that we've given you these 2 episodes. We've given you enough information to give you a good head start.
Yeah. And maybe give you something to think about. So maybe your action plan may be, just to kind of, I know a lot about.
Just put it in your mind.
Put it in your mind and say, okay, let me just make my notes
started.
in this
Mm-hmm.
just to get started. So that'll be a good action plan.
Because if you're not even at that place, I mean, it would be even better to go ahead and get started.
Right.
So when those things happen, you're ahead of the curve.
Yeah. All right. So
okay, what's our ending thing? What's our little
mantra?
Oh yeah, you're supposed to say something at the end of each episode.
The motivation.
Motivation. What's the motivation?
I'm gonna tell you what I say. The motivation of the week is gratitude. Be grateful for everything, and I mean, if somebody's getting on your last nerves, be grateful that you got nerves for them. I know it sounds crazy, but the gratitude of being thankful that you have the capability, the ability to even handle what you're having. To be grateful that that person who's there with you is your support, my support. Just be grateful. Just be grateful just to be able to get in your car and go somewhere. Be grateful that you can make your coffee. Just be grateful.
Yes.
So that's the thing. So remember, you have to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. So we appreciate you joining us today, and stay tuned for the next episode. And don't forget to like us and hit that little notification bell so you can know when our new episodes are coming out.
Yes.
I love that.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Thank
look,
you.
you all have a great one. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
What was it?
And there she goes.